So tonight, he is Qaidi number 106 or prisoner number 106. Let me now get you more details. Vikram Singh is the Deputy Inspector General of Jodhpur prisons, and he's given India Today some exclusive details. So Salman Khan is prisoner number 106. He's lodged in ward number 2. He did undergo medical tests, and these are mandatory medical tests. And Salman Khan has no medical issues. He also has made absolutely no demand. He will be given a prison uniform. So there is a multi-tier security that's been put even outside barrack number 2 where he's lodged.
तो जेल में जो प्रक्रिया निर्धारित है उनको अंदर किया गया और उनका प्रवेश किया गया। मैंने समाचारों में और फ़ोन बहुत आ रहे हैं कि उनका नंबर क्या है। उनका नंबर 106 है, 106। उनको फिर अंदर ले जाया गया और उनकी फिर अंदर सारी एंट्री करके उनका मेडिकल कराया गया। मेडिकल में वो ठीक हैं। थोड़ा सा बीपी हाई था तो 2 नंबर वार्ड में रखा गया है। उनकी तरफ से अभी तक ऐसी कोई बात नहीं आई जो नियम विरुद्ध हो या कोई उन्होंने डिमांड अभी तक नहीं की है। आने के मेनू में दाल थी, चने की दाल है और पत्ते गोभी की सब्ज़ी है और उनको दे दी गई है। सभी जेलों में ज़मीन पे सोना पड़ता है, उसके लिए उनको ब्लैंकेट दे दी गई है। 4 ब्लैंकेट दी गई हैं और सोना तो नीचे ही पड़ेगा और खाना भी, जेल के बर्तन भी दे दिए गए हैं।
All prisoners sleep on the floor. 4 blankets have been given to Salman Khan. He's Qaidi number 106. I quickly want to cut across to India Today's Sushant Mehta, who joins us for more. He's outside the Jodhpur Central Prison. Sushant, so no special demands made by Salman Khan, but in that medical test, apparently his blood pressure is slightly higher. But what does a convict do in jail? What has his schedule been? What's it going to be like in the times to come?
Well, we've heard that, you know, the menu in the jail tonight is brinjal, dal and roti, a very simple menu. Also, we've heard that Salman Khan and Asaram, as we heard earlier, going to share the same cell. Barracks number 2, as you said, he's Qaidi number 106. In the evening time, as you saw, you know, his body language, if you saw, he's a tough guy. You know, we know that about Salman. He's a tough guy, doesn't buckle under pressure, but he did seem a little embarrassed. You know, Gaurav, the high and mighty, as powerful as you are, if you commit a crime, the law is going to catch up to you. And I think that showed today on Salman's face. We know that even in the courtroom, where we were in the courtroom earlier, he did not utter a word. He was just glancing, you know, at the floor. He did not say anything. As you said, no demands being made. So I think now it's sinking in that he is actually in jail for a crime that he committed, and you know, he is paying his dues, as to say. And this guy is the #1 superstar, not only of the big screen but also of the small screen. Yes. More than 500 crores riding on this man, such a youth superstar, but humble today, 20 years after. And what boggles me, even though I have the highest respect for the judiciary, even after 20 years, this is a sentence that's coming from the lower court. Okay. You know, so they're going to appeal, and his lawyers have already appealed for bail. Tomorrow is going to be the hearing at 10:30 a.m. And even on Monday, you know, if they do not get bail tomorrow, then they're going to reapply because of the weekend on Monday. So he might even spend some more nights in jail.
Okay. So one message goes out: howsoever high you may be, the law is above you. So actor Salman Khan is prisoner number 106 at the Jodhpur Central Prison. The superstar was earlier convicted of killing 2 blackbucks in 1998 during the shooting of the film Hum Saath Saath Hain. He's been lodged in barrack number 2, which incidentally, as Sushant was also telling us, also houses the controversial godman Asaram Bapu. So no air conditioners, no home food, temperatures crossing 40 degrees Celsius. Tonight clearly won't be an easy night for Salman Khan.
Salman in Jodhpur jail after getting 5 years in the Blackbuck Poaching case. Bollywood's Bhaijan will have to spend the night in Central Jail before hoping for any reprieve on Friday. Salman Khan can be seen completing formalities at the DIG's office inside the jail. Salman's bail plea will be heard in the court tomorrow, but tonight will be a tough one for Bollywood's Tiger. With the mercury touching 40 degrees Celsius in the Rajasthan city, it will be a sweltering night for the star, with no air conditioners available. Salman will be lodged in barrack number 2, where self-proclaimed godman Asaram Bapu has been lodged after allegations of sexual harassment at his ashram. Barrack number 2 is a high-security zone where prisoners who face threats are lodged. Jail officials have made foolproof arrangements for the superstar's security. The star will not have the luxury of home-cooked food till an approval from the court. He will share the modest food made for the co-prisoners.
खाने पीने का तो जो क्योंकि सजायाफ्ता बंदी को बाहर का खाना अलग नहीं होता है, अंडर ट्रायल को तो बाहर का खाना भी अलग होता है, तो जैसे और बंदी खाना खाते हैं और खाना ठीक रहता है क्योंकि 1400 बंदियों में से कोई बंदी ऐसा नहीं है जिसका वजन कम हुआ हो, तो डेफिनेटली ये दिखाता है कि जेल का खाने में कोई कमी नहीं है.
Salman's personal belongings were delivered in the jail by his manager and bodyguard Shera. But the star will need permission from the court to be able to use those. With Sharad Kumar and Vidya in Jodhpur, Bureau Report, India Today.
Joining me now on the broadcast is Nikita Anand. She is former Miss India and a noted animal rights activist. Also with me is Karuna Nandi. She's a senior Supreme Court lawyer. Jaspinder Narula is a singer. She's also a friend of Salman Khan. And I want to come to you first, Jaspinder Narula. Your take on the punishment that Salman Khan has got. 5 years in jail, 20 years after the crime.
With due respect to our the verdict which has come today to the judiciary, I want to. I just sometimes feel I want to ask a question that it's been 20 years and the person who has committed the crime has been waiting for the verdict, and I think his age at that time, if we look at it, he was a young guy at that time.
He was 32 years old then.
An age where he's mature enough to understand. Yes, and he's reached an age now. He's mature, and probably he's over the years. If you look at it, I don't think he's ever done any crime. You know, he's been really very focused. He's worked so hard. You know, and today where he is.
But he stands convicted of killing 2 blackbucks, Schedule 1 endangered species animals, as protected, as endangered as the tigers in our country. Nikita Anand.
I absolutely agree.
Okay, Nikita, would you want to respond?
I absolutely agree, but I feel that.
Okay. Let me just get Nikita to respond.
I'd like to answer your question.
Is this sentence too harsh? Is Salman Khan paying the price of being a celebrity?
Well, Gaurav, before I answer your question, I have a question to you. I mean, is this question being asked, the severity of the punishment and the harshness of it, simply because it is Salman Khan, a celebrity, who is on the receiving end? Would we be having this discussion? Would this question be thrown had it been someone unknown? So that is my question to you. But to answer your question as well, I really don't think we need to debate whether it's harsh or not, because I'm a very firm believer in the legal system of our country and in the judiciary as well. Now, when it comes to the violation of the Wildlife Protection Act, in this case it is a Section 51, when it comes to that, it has very clearly, it's very clear-cut the way it's been written down, that up to 6 years of imprisonment. So I really don't see why we really need to debate whether it's harsh or not. A crime has been committed, and you know, the punishment is being meted out.
Okay, Karuna Nandi, did Salman Khan deserve some leniency, as his lawyers argued, because he's become a good human being? He does a lot of charity work in today's day and age.
Look, I think Salman Khan is someone who is a big celebrity, possibly the biggest celebrity in the country, and there are, you know, there's a lot of focus on that, And I think that, you know, we must trust that our judges, and we must sort of, you know, also sort of support our judges to make sure that the decisions are made on the evidence and are not, you know, either way. Because on the one hand, and this is a much stronger trope, a richer person, a celebrity, has a huge advantage in the criminal justice system, because you see who are the under trials that are populating our jails who have not received bail. Salman Khan had lawyers who had prepared, and this we you know, we always do this in cases, you know, we always try and do this in cases, right? That when you know that a verdict is coming, you have a bunch of alternative petitions lined up depending on what the verdict will be, and then you have people standing in various courts to file immediately depending on what the verdict is, right? Because you don't want the person to spend any time in jail, and so you try and expedite that process as much as possible. Now, courts of course have their own process, and usually it you know, it can't be heard the same day. Notice will be issued. Interim stay may not be granted on the first day.
Okay.
A suspension of sentence may not, you know, an interim order may not be granted on the first day, etc. So now the thing is that, you know, we must understand that rich people, celebrities, have a massive advantage on the system. We have some channels, I'm not going to name who they are, who have their sister companies have films that Salman Khan has signed, right?
Yes.
And the kind of trope, that the kind of headlines that are running on those channels are very much that Salman Khan, so you know, 500 crores riding on Salman Khan, 700 crores. Now the point is that if someone has committed a crime, they've committed a crime.
Absolutely.
And if someone is not, you know, on the one hand you have, you know,
and I will get Jasminta Narula to respond to that. You've made a very
Dalit,
you
Muslim,
made a fair
you know,
point.
all these sort of STs.
Yes, yes. And everyone's equal before law, and that is why that statue that we see, you know, the lady has her eyes covered, and that is how the law is supposed to be. Go by the evidence on ground. And for the benefit of our viewers, actor Salman Khan stands convicted of killing 2 blackbucks on the night of October 1 and 2 in 1998. So he was driving that Maruti Gypsy. He, according to the evidence that has now been accepted by court, had the weapon. His co-accused and co-stars Saif Ali Khan, Tabu, Sonali Bendre and Neelam were all acquitted. The prosecution argued that Salman Khan was a habitual offender. He had been accused of killing chinkaras earlier. He was, however, acquitted by the Rajasthan High Court. That conviction was overturned in the chinkara case. The defense argued, if others had been acquitted, why was Salman Khan the only one to be convicted? Does this indicate that he was driving the car alone that night? Tiger killed the blackbuck. Tiger guilty hai. 20 years after superstar Salman Khan was accused of hunting and poaching 2 blackbucks in Jodhpur, the actor on Thursday was sentenced to 5 years in jail.
There's 5 years of conviction. The sentence that has been now given to Salman is of 5 years. That certainly means a lot of trouble for the actor.
Salman Khan, who had reached Jodhpur a day earlier, appeared in court around 11 a.m. wearing a fitted black shirt, faded blue jeans and black sunglasses. The superstar was flanked by his trusted bodyguard, Shera. Soon after, his co-stars and co-accused in the case, Saif Ali Khan, Tabu, Sonali Bendre and Neelam too, made their way inside court. Within 3 hours, the actor's fate was sealed. Salman Khan was pronounced guilty of killing 2 blackbucks. When Judge Khatri pronounced Salman guilty, the actor looked visibly upset. His sisters, Alvira and Arpita, who stood with him throughout the hearing, broke down. While the mood inside the court was somber, outside the Bishnoi community that had been fighting the case against Salman for 2 decades was celebrating.
सलमान खान ने जो हुआ अच्छा हुआ है, जो उन्होंने किया उसकी सजा मिली, उनको सही मिला है उसको। काफी हद तक ठीक है, लेकिन वो होता है तिली भरी आग थी और वो जंगल पूरा जला गई वाली चीज है।
About 2 hours after being pronounced guilty, Judge Khatri finally announced the quantum of sentence. 5 years in jail for Salman Khan. Sentencing complete, the actor emerged from the court. Visibly upset, in complete contrast to the confident Salman who had gone inside court just a few hours earlier. A police van was waiting to take Salman to the Jodhpur Central Prison. As the police closed in, momentarily separating Salman Khan and his trusted security guard Shera, Salman's world was falling apart. The actor, now a convict, quietly got into the police van.
Okay, Salman Khan is here. That's Salman Khan. As you saw, that was Salman Khan. He just went in. Salman Khan has just gone in. We saw Shera at the front of the car, and Salman Khan is now officially in jail. He's been escorted to jail.
While Salman maintained his calm exterior, he walked into jail resigned to fate. While superstar Salman Khan will spend the night in jail, his co-stars and co-accused in the case, Tabu, Neelam and Saif Ali Khan, have not only been acquitted but are also back in Mumbai. The question is, will Salman Khan serve his full term in jail or will bail come to his rescue? With Vidya and Sushant Mehta in Jodhpur and Pia Hingorani in Mumbai, Bureau Report, India Today. Jaspinder Narula, respond to what Karunanidhi said just a short while back. Would we have said this punishment is too harsh had it been given out, let's say, to somebody who's not as privileged as Salman Khan?
And that is what's considering Gaurav. Right? Because
I think
he was saying something
I think the celebrities have to pay a price for their
I'll come to you in just a moment. I'm just going to Jaspinder Narula
5 years was awarded.
I think you asked me.
Yes.
You asked me a question.
Sure. Yes.
You asked me a question. I wanted to answer that.
Go ahead,
I said sometimes we have to pay the price of being a celebrity. You know, we have to pay the price also. Sometimes we also get away with things. We do, and sometimes we have to pay the price also. And I'm not against the judiciary system or anything. I'm not saying that the person who's accused and who's found guilty should get the punishment. I'm not saying I'm not against that, but it's just that I think he has suffered a lot in 20 years. When somebody goes through some kind of thing in life, like a celebrity like him,
okay,
he must have every day thought about it कि क्या होगा आगे क्या होगा. So I feel that 20 years काफी होता है, काफी टाइम होता है कि जब आपके सर पे तलवार लटकी रहती है कि पता नहीं इसका अभी verdict क्या आएगा.
I'll put that question both to Karunanidhi and Nikita Anand on the other side of a quick break. Did his life actually come to a standstill in these past 20 years, or did he really make a large number of movies, did hugely well on the small screen, minted money, did a lot of chat?
उसे 5 वर्ष का कारावास तथा 10,000 रुपए जुर्माने की राशि से दंडित किया गया।
So tonight, Salman Khan is Kaidi number 106. He's spending the night tonight at the Jodhpur Central Prison, sentenced to 5 years in jail in the Blackbuck Poaching case. So all eyes now on what happens in court tomorrow. The question also is, and that's the question that Bollywood's very concerned about, what will happen to the projects that Salman Khan is working on? There is Dabangg 3, there's Race 3, there's Bharat, and there's also Das Ka Dam. There are close to 500 crore rupees riding on brand Salman. So before I come back to our guests, I have Nikita Anand. She's a noted animal rights activist. She's with me. Karna Nandi is a Supreme Court lawyer. She's with me on the broadcast. And Jasminder Narula, she's worked with Salman Khan. She's a singer. She joins us on the broadcast. And this brand Salman, 500 crore rupees. Let's take a look at what's riding on Bhai's shoulders.
Pronounced guilty by the Jodhpur court. 20 years after the mega star, along with others, was caught hunting a black buck during the shooting of Suraj Barjatia's Hum Saath Saath Hain. As his tumultuous personal life makes headlines and criminal cases hound him, the film industry would perhaps be worried, given that almost 500 crores are currently riding on the actor. The 52-year-old has just finished the Abu Dhabi schedule of Remo D'Souza's Race 3, which he is also co-producing. The film, which is slated for an Eid 2018 release, is said to be 90% complete. The Race franchise also has close to 200 crores riding on the actor, in its third installment, where Salman plays a character with shades of Bharat by Ali Abbas Zafar, which is the Hindi adaptation of the 2014 Korean film. After he wraps up the multi-starrer Race 3, the next big project lined up for him is his reality TV show, Das Ka Dam. The game reality show was launched in 2008 and successfully aired the second season in the following year. Apart from films, Brand Salman also boasts of his NGO Being Human Foundation, which was started as a PR exercise almost 10 years ago. Being Human has acted as a catalyst and boosted his brand value. In 2011, Salman entered the retail world, selling Being Human merchandise, including t-shirts, kids wear, jewellery, flip-flops and electric bikes. As of 2018, Being Human has a presence across 15 countries and is roughly worth 200 crore. Apart from being a business venture, Being Human is known to do charitable work. It funds the education of 200 children in Mumbai. The foundation supports the Veer Initiative, a program to train differently abled people. Not just this, Being Human has provided funding to treat children with congenital heart defects and craniofacial deformities. The organization provided drought relief in Maharashtra and blankets for flood victims in Kashmir, conducted free eye camps to provide cataract surgeries, and helped conduct bone marrow donor registration camps in Mumbai. While Salman is one of the highest paying actors in Bollywood, Forbes named him 9th on the list of most paid actors worldwide in 2017.
Let me quickly bring in Nikita into this conversation. Nikita, you heard Jasminder Narula. She argues that Salman has been paying a price for the past 20 years. The sword of Damocles hanging over his head for the past 20 years, madam.
Well, Gaurav, it's very simple. You know, there's this one phrase which I remember, and I'd like to recite that just now, which says that, you know, the millstones of justice are exceedingly slow, but they grind exceedingly fine. And I think that is very apt in this case because irrespective of whether it's been 1 year, 2 years, 5 years or even 20 years, I'd come back to the same point of that being that, look, we need to understand that we all want to be in a civilized society, and if we want to live in a civilized society, you have to abide by the law. And the law in this case is very clear, it's very categorical. So irrespective of whether it's taken 1 year or 5 years or 10 years or even 20 years, a crime has been committed and the punishment has to be meted out, and you cannot really argue on the basis of leniency or what has happened you know, in the past. All that stands on one side. The law is the law.
Law is the law. And Jasminder Narula, before I go to Karna Nandi, I want to come to that fact. Even the court, the prosecution argued in court that Salman Khan is a habitual offender, or at least he was at that point of time. So he may have been acquitted, you know, by a superior court. There were several cases that were registered against him.
I was looking at what you were showing just now, and I felt that this gentleman has done so much of good work. He's changed over the years. if he did some crime 20 years back, I'm not saying that he should not be punished. If he's done the crime, he should be punished. I'm again saying I'm not against that why this thing has happened. But the thing is, the only thing that I'm saying is it could have been little less than 5 years.
Okay.
Because over the years he realized, and he's done so much of good work. He's doing so much of good work in the society. You see, he's helping so many people. Are you going to give him something extra to that? But at least we can acknowledge that this person has been, over the years, he's done such a tremendous change that has come into this person.
Karna Nandi, the law is
I don't know.
harsh.
This is my personal view.
Okay.
And
okay, Karna Nandi, the law is harsh to deter smugglers of animal skin or animal parts and poachers. Some argue, like Jaspinder Narla just did, that Salman Khan could have been let off perhaps with the minimum sentence, and that too would have sent out a message. Why this excessive punishment, though not the maximum as the law pertains? Or would that have disappointed the Bishnois, who are anyway upset with the others being let off?
You know, Gaurav, when I was speaking earlier, I talked about celebrity as a trope. Now, celebrity has two tropes. One is that you are usually treated much better than everyone else, and you have TV channels, you have lots of people, you have, lots of real celebrities on Twitter, supporting him, right? Movie stars, etc. Nobody's saying a word against him. He's one of the most powerful people in Bollywood. People are scared also. And people seem to think he's a nice guy. Now, there are a number of things that also the second point that I wanted to make about celebrity is that there's also there can be a negative aspect where people say that, oh, that's a celebrity and I must make an example of them. Now, as I was saying earlier, I think our legal system must be respected and supported to look at the evidence and to give sort of sentences in a proportionate manner. My personal opinion is that not having read the 200-page judgment yet, I have it. I've read portions of it. I've read the operative parts, but it does seem to me that I think the judge did mention something about him being sort of well known. He said in court, and sort of being an example to others. And I think that's maybe a trope of celebrity sort of acting to his detriment. And perhaps 5 years sounds like a lot, particularly given the fact that in the manslaughter case where he sort of allegedly ran over, 6 pavement dwellers, that I think the sentence there was 5 years as well. So it just seems, so the proportionality element, I think, is perhaps something that the superior courts wish to address.
Okay.
A lot is said about 500 crores, 700 crores riding on this gentleman. Now, what we have to remember, if I may just quickly finish this.
Okay.
I think people need to just be careful about who they invest in. If you invest in someone who has a number of criminal cases pending against him, why would you constantly expect that he will be acquitted? You make that investment and you take that risk. When you have a poor person and their parents are starving because the main breadwinner has gone, and their children have to be taken out of school, and their wife has to suddenly go to work as a daily wage laborer, why is that something that we don't have the same sympathy for in the same way? I also just want to remind
let me quickly bring viewers. I'll come back to you. I'll come back to you on this point. But let me quickly bring in Nikita.
One of our most eminent actresses, Aishwarya Rai, has said that he beat her publicly, and the entire industry ostracized her then partner Vivek Oberoi.
Okay,
and he was out of a job.
That's a separate debate.
Ali, Sangeeta Bijnani,
that's a separate debate.
Said that
that's a separate debate.
Now, I'm just
let us for the moment stay on this.
Who's just lovely and cuddly, and that it's something that keeps happening.
That's not nice.
Okay, so Jaspinder Narla also says let's not get into that. Let's stay on the issue.
We should not talk about the personal things.
Okay,
that's not nice.
Nikita.
Yeah.
Nikita,
he's
punishment too harsh feels Jaspinder Narla.
Whatever he has today,
it's a criminal offense.
Okay, Nikita.
I can't hear you about everyone else.
It's a criminal offense.
I know.
This is something that you must understand.
So Karna, we'll come to that aspect.
His personal life, we should not get into that. Whatever.
Okay, Nikita. Punishment too harsh. It's 5 years for killing two black bucks. And some have argued, in fact, you know, one lady who lost both her children in the Upahar fire tragedy, she sent out an SMS and she's saying that, you know, 59 people were killed, but those responsible for that got away just with a couple of months, and 2 black bucks. Salman Khan gets 5 years. Nikita.
Look, Gaurav, whenever I hear any such comments or any such comparisons, it really doesn't sit right with me, because of the simple fact that there really is no basis for comparison. And I say this and I repeat this time and time again, that you can't always say that, look, just because it's an animal, it doesn't deserve importance. Because it's a human being, obviously a human being deserves more importance. This debate is something that just never, and it never will sit well with me. A life is a life, be that of an animal, an endangered species, or a human being. Life at the end of the day is life. Now, having said that, coming back to this particular case, I have a lot of faith in the judiciary and also the judges who are meeting out with whatever the punishment is, right? So at the end of the day, there are lots of these debates which are happening. That so on and so forth did so much of work in this duration of time, and you know, therefore there should be this leniency and all that. Look, hang on, let's not forget that our judges are extremely intelligent people as well, and also very well versed with the law. So when there is a punishment, there is a certain amount of punishment that has been meted out. There is a lot of weightage to that, and sitting as a citizen and as a common man, it's very easy for us to sit here and debate. But let's not forget, these are very intelligent people who are making these decisions
on the basis of evidence that's been put in front of them.
With it.
Okay. Now, actor Salman Khan, so he's actually almost never spoken about this incident. He did once in an exclusive interview with Koel Puri. Now, while speaking on the Blackbuck poaching case, he insisted that he hadn't shot the black bucks. He did talk about his time in jail. Let's listen in to this 2008 exclusive interaction between Salman Khan and Koel Puri.
Now I'm going to say something which might be a little bit rude, but I think you've been a victim of ignorance at some times. Like, I genuinely don't believe that you would have shot it at the black buck if you'd known it was an endangered species. And do you think that's true?
There's a long story there. And I wasn't the one who shot the black buck.
But you took the rap for it.
No, it's...
You didn't point fingers at anyone else. You didn't. That's just you.
There's no point. My only tension was the bathroom, that was it. And I've been in about 3 or 4 times. I've gone in and out, so. It's, well, I mean, if somebody wants to put you in, you go on quietly. When you know that you haven't done it, you're going with your head high.
And did you share it, like share the space with a lot of people?
Yeah, police custody here for the accident thing. Yeah. And there were like these 9 or 12 rooms. Everybody had 10 people in one room, and 1 bathroom, 1 toilet. So that was. And then the rest of the place, when you go to central jail, when you go to judicial custody, you get your own suite there.
I wouldn't quite call it a suite, but if that's what you want to call it. Who used to come and visit you the most when you were?
You're not allowed.
Anyone?
Once a week. So you get one Qaidi will get you chai in the morning, then or the same guy will come get you lunch. There's one guard outside. And then you get this one mug that you have your chai, and then you wash it, and you have your water, and then you have your dal, chawal, whatever, and then you use it to take a shower.
No food from outside?
No. You use it to take a shower, you use it to whatever you want.
So that was Salman Khan talking about his time in jail last time. Let's now tell you the latest. So his family can meet him in Jodhpur prison tomorrow. His lawyers can also meet him, and any number of times that they want to. Well, He told Koilpuri that he was in a suite as he described his place in Jodhpur Central Prison. He again has been given a cell to himself. So he is alone in the room. He's been given 4 blankets, but he has to sleep on the floor. He sits on the floor. He said he knows the jail well from his previous visits. He's not worn the jail uniform for convicts just as yet. He was given vegetables for dinner, cabbage, potatoes, dal and chapatis. This is what we know as of now. Karnanandi, Samir Soni. So Neelam, his co-star, was acquitted. Husband Samir Soni was quoted as saying that others were acquitted. Salman Khan was convicted, and that's again his defense point. Was he hunting alone that night? Does that argument hold?
You know, the way that people are putting that particular aspect of the judgment, the way that it's being framed is that, was he driving alone? That's not required. You could be driving into the forest alone, I mean with people, and if the people didn't have a common conspiracy with you to go and shoot animals, blackbuck, then they are not guilty. If you were the only one who were going to sort of shoot the animals and the other people were just riding along with you, then they would not be guilty, right? Obviously, the evidence has to be examined in detail and the courts will look at it and appeal. This is why we have an appellate system. But it's entirely conceivable.
Okay, but does this also not mean that the others were aware of the crime, and did they not then, Nikita, and since you look at animal rights very closely, you work with animals very closely, does this not indicate, Nikita, that the others suppressed evidence?
I'm sorry, that the others?
Suppressed evidence.
Look, Gaurav, I honestly don't know what happened on this specific evening or day in question, so I really can't comment on that, and which is why then this is something that is left to the judiciary, and I've always placed my utmost respect and support in their hands. So whatever judgment has been meted out, I'll always go with that it's been right and it's been well thought of and taken into consideration considering the evidence that was also found.
And in your appreciation, Nikita, will this send a message across the country that blackbucks, endangered species, not to be hunted, or do not hunt animals, even as Salman Khan was sent to jail?
Look, Gaurav, I'll be very, very honest with you. The fact that we're having this debate, it throws up a lot of questions. It opens a lot of windows. But yes, the fundamental aspect to it would be that, look, no matter who you are, no one is above the law. And also a fact that I personally very strongly believe in is that just because an animal does not convey or does not have a voice or cannot speak in a language that us humans can, doesn't mean that they're of any less importance. So yes, of course, endangered species, and of course the laws to protect the animals as well. They're part of the same environment as humans are, and it's high time that we realize that.
Okay, Jaswinder Narula, this verdict will send a message across the country. It will be a deterrent for others not to hunt animals.
Absolutely, absolutely. I fully agree that I am an animal lover myself, and I love wildlife and I love watching them, but nobody has right to touch them because they have their own life and they have every, we shouldn't hunt them or do anything bad to them. And this is definitely the justice is justice, and
this is justice. Maybe 20 years justice delayed, but justice not denied. Jaswinder Narula, Nikita Anand and Karnanandi, for the moment, many thanks for joining me here on this India First special. Now Salman Khan's fans are praying for their favorite superstar. Take a look at these images. So chadars are being offered at mazars, candles are being lit at churches, diyas at temples for his release as he spends tonight in jail. prayers for Salman, will they help tomorrow, remains the big question.
Thanks for watching the video. For more such news and updates, please like, share and subscribe to India Today. Also check out our other great videos from our channel. We know you will love to.